Ocean State Grand National Karate Championship, celebrating 40 years of sport excellence. It's the Ocean State Grand Nationals 2022 Sport Karate Championships.
Hi everyone and welcome back to the 2022 Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships. I'm Mike Petracca and this is the second episode of our four-part series airing on the CW network for Martial Arts Month of May. I am here with Jackson Rudolph, Black Belt Magazine Hall of Famer, and member of the elite team, Paul Mitchell Karate. Jackson, glad to have you with us as always.
Absolutely, I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome night of competition.
Now, Jackson, you know, sport karate is unique in that a lot of the competitors we see in sport karate are also in the film and TV industry. Cobra Kai, the Netflix hit, Karate Kid is coming back from the 1980s. Why do so many sport karate competitors translate so well to the entertainment industry?
Well, sport karate teaches you all the skills that you need to know, especially with some of these creative, musical, and extreme, or what we call CMX competitors that you're going to see throwing weapons around and doing crazy tricks and flips and kicks. Those are the perfect skills that you need to be a professional stuntman or stuntwoman in Hollywood. The other thing that martial arts in general, not just sport karate, is going to give every student is confidence, and that's exactly what you need to be successful in Hollywood, and that's why we've seen so many great sport karate champions taking that next step.
Well said, Jackson. Thank you so much. And everybody stay tuned because coming up next is...
Starting things off will be our 14 to 17-year-old overall grand champions boys forms.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
Starting things off will be our 14 to 17-year-old overall grand champions boys forms.
We will be saying Esteban Tremblay's name a lot tonight.
All
he
right.
is going to constantly be coming back to the stage for more of these electrifying performances.
All right, I can't wait. Now, what are they doing right there, Jackson? Are they calling for the music when that hand goes up?
Yes, whenever you see a competitor lift their hand over their head, they're calling for the music to start. If you notice, they're talking at the beginning of their routine.
Yes.
That's them doing an introduction to the judges. It's kind of an archaic technique, but we still keep it around just out of respect. We call that a full D-leg twist. So you notice that in between those two rotations, he actually kept his legs extended and brought his legs in almost into a pike position. So he did a full twist first, then the D-leg or double leg, and then a twist after that. Very high level of difficulty.
Certainly looked it.
Here comes another trick and combination. B-twist round. Touchdown range.
What is
Gainer
going on
switch and
here?
another gainer.
Jeez. I didn't see any missed landings either. Like, I mean, that was smooth.
So far, so good. Everything looking perfect with the side swipe.
I mean, what I'm doing is I'm watching the feet, too, just to see if I can see any nuance of a miss. Look at that.
And that is exactly what the judges are doing. Many judges will just look at the competitor's feet to notice any stumbles, any missteps with the stances. Beautiful split kick. And Esteban Tremblay, the Canadian sensation, bringing the house down.
I love that intensity at the end, too. Again, tough one to beat. I mean, we'll have to see.
Please welcome Shane Malone.
I like that. A little fist pound before the next competitor goes.
So now we will see the traditional counterpart, Shane Billow of Team Amerikick. The Amerikick system known for producing a lot of top traditional competitors over the years.
It's always interesting to see the contrast right afterwards. The CMX to a traditional.
If I heard correctly, he just announced that his performance will be Anan Dai, traditional Japanese kata. Kata, just another word for form.
Jackson, what's the role of the audience and teammates in here? Like, does the competitor, are they so zoned in that they don't really hear, or does it give them a little extra?
Oh, when a competitor's out there and they're in the middle of the routine, they're not hearing any of that. Of course, you know, if there's a big crowd reaction that happens cumulatively, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna step your game up a little bit. But in a performance like this, when you hear a "let's go" from a teammate, that is zoned out. You know, many sport karate competitors will talk about how they just kind of black out and they just kind of do their thing, and next thing they know, they're done. And it's because they train to get these techniques into muscle memory. They shouldn't have to think about it by the time they're up there.
So it's like you prepare, you execute, and then the training kind of takes over, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Shane looking very clean so far.
You don't see any slip-ups thus far. It's looking like it's a pretty clean performance.
And here in person, you can hear the snap of his uniform as he's extending his arms and legs for these techniques. That is one thing the judges are going to pay close attention to. The judges want to listen for the snap of that uniform to show how much power he's putting into these techniques.
Very well done unit. Very well done kata as well.
So in our first event, we saw traditional reign supreme. Let's see if the judges side for the CMX or for the traditional here.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that they're going to side with the CMX just a little bit, maybe.
9.99, 9.99, 9.99, and 9.99.
Is that the 4? Did I hear the 4 or 5?
Yes, that will be sufficient for Esteban Tremblay to get this win. Got some 8s early, but was able to pull off a bunch of 9.99s at the end, meaning that he is going to be our overall grand champion here tonight.
9.99, 9.98.
I mean, they both put in a heck of a performance. Just give it slightly to Esteban.
9.98 and 9.98.
Now, Jackson, while we're waiting for the next competitors to come up, this might be something that the viewers at home might want to know is how do the katas, translate into actual combat on the street?
It's an excellent question, and it comes back to a concept called bunkai. And when you hear a martial artist talk about bunkai, that is the practical application of the technique. So anytime that you're learning a martial arts technique, your first step is going to be learning, how do I actually do it? How do I move my muscles in the right way to make this technique happen? Right after you learn the movement, a good instructor is going to show you how that movement applies to combat. If someone is striking you, how does this movement help you block that strike? If you are trying to strike someone else, how does this movement achieve that? And so the application is a foundational part of martial arts training, and the experts that are up here on stage, even if they're a little bit younger, they know how to apply those techniques.
Congratulations to Esteban Tremblay from Team Paul Mitchell for capturing the 14 to 17-year-old overall grand champions boys forms. Coming up next is the Women's Weapons Championship round. Stay tuned.
was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
Stay in Warwick, see Rhode Island.
It's the 18-plus overall Grand Champions Women's Weapons Finals.
This is a true veteran of the sport, one of the greats, Sammy Smith of Team Paul Mitchell.
Sammy Smith looking like she's going to perform with the nunchucks. Calling for the music. Now, Jackson, is the scoring for the weapons the same as the scoring for the forms, or does it differ in what the judges are looking for?
It's the same format. Judges are going to be looking for a lot of the same. The difference in the weapons division is you have the added element of a potential drop of the weapon that would obviously decrease a competitor's score. Sammy nails that first 360 spin catch release, now into the tricking with the full twist, right back into the nunchuck strikes.
I'll tell you, she's looking very impressive. Oh,
It's a
wow.
nice finger roll, 360 spin catch again. That time takes it right into the gainer.
I'll tell you, it's looking pretty flawless from my side of things.
Love the style there, doing a little bit of fancy footwork while the release was in the air. Another full twist. Looking to close out this routine. Jump front kick. These are the last few moments.
Nice routine, nice routine.
And Sammy Smith nails
Sammy
it.
Smith, everybody. Oh, she's still pumped, Jackson. She's still pumped.
Sammy, one of the most intense competitors that I've ever met. And with that performance, it is clear that Sammy is one of the best to ever do this.
High praise from you, Jackson.
As we've seen in many divisions, this is going to be contrasted with the traditional routine, but in the adult divisions, there are more avenues to make it to the finals, so you will see more competitors in the adult divisions than what we have seen in junior divisions.
And this is the bow staff, is that correct?
That is correct, and this is Rose Room of Canada, representing Team NMAC. And hopefully those watching at home can hear the power going into the striking. In a traditional bow routine, that is going to be one of the major things the judges are looking at. Obviously, the execution of the techniques visually needs to be on point, but when they hear the pop of those strikes, that kicks it up a notch. Beautiful pacing change here, slowing things down right into the swings.
Now, Jackson, in this type of in the weapons competition, in terms of the bow staff, is everything uniform, or do they have different heights of the bow staff, or different ones?
There's certain guidelines. I feel like any competitor should have a bow that's about their height. Sometimes you'll see 3 inches below. Sometimes you'll see 3 inches above. It's really personal preference, but you definitely don't want to have a bow that's too short because it just doesn't look right when you're moving it around. If you've got a bow that's a lot shorter than the competitor is, quite simply, if you watch it enough, it just looks funny.
And it looks like in this division, we have a third competitor in this division, don't we?
Yes, so as I was saying, in the adult division, you will see slightly larger divisions because there are more qualifiers that can get you into the finals.
Makes it kind of exciting, doesn't it?
And this is Aaron Smith representing 10th degree weaponry. Off to a good start with her opening striking combinations. Now you'll notice as she's striking, you see her hands come into that black part in the middle of the bow. Really, that means that the hands are getting a little too close together. I'd like to see her spread those hands a little bit farther apart to maximize power in the striking. Not bad by any means, but an area in which she could improve. But now she makes up for it with some difficult releases.
I like that finish. I like that finish.
Big, intense finish. And Aaron Smith, someone relatively new to the stage. Great to see her coming out here and hitting a solid routine. Very nice form by Aaron Smith.
Our next competitor hails from Florida. Representing Team Paul Mitchell, please welcome Miss Haley Glass.
Now, this is someone who I've seen when I was watching the Warrior Cup earlier in the year, and she's pretty solid with those commas, isn't she?
Absolutely. Haley Glass, one of the top competitors in this sport right now. As you can tell, she's wearing the Team Paul Mitchell logo, which is kind of the signature of anybody who's at the top of their game, because Team Paul Mitchell always tries to select the best players. So Haley Glass, certainly one of the best in the game right now. And it's this interesting dichotomy between her and Sammy Smith, where Sammy Smith is the savvy veteran and Haley is the young, up-and-coming new champion in the division. And seeing the battle between the two of them is so special.
Let me tell you, I'm looking at her facial expressions right now, and let me tell you, you can tell that she wants it and she wants to elevate to the next level right now.
And that's the difference in these competitors. Sammy is someone that is proven. She's time-tested. She's won these events numerous times. She has all the major championships in the adult division. Haley is still trying to collect those titles, and that's why you see Haley going at it so hard right now. Haley had a very illustrious career as a junior, winning many of the major sport karate tournaments on the circuit. She is trying to do that in the adult division now after making her adult debut last year at the Battle of Atlanta.
Oh, man.
Big tricky combination.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. And she's still going. I thought that was the finish, and she's still going.
This is going to be a close one.
This is huge. I love that the intensity stays there.
Oh, yeah. Haley's intensity will never waver. That's one of the many reasons they call her Haley Bulletproof Glass.
Okay. Bulletproof Glass right here. Well, I'll tell you, Jackson, I don't want to play Nostradamus, but I'm going to guess and predict that she's got a lot more championships in her future.
Hails from Massachusetts. Representing Team CPR, Catherine Tia.
So as Haley exits the stage, now we have Catherine Tia. This is going to be a Kung Fu form, as you can tell by her uniform. Very different from what we call the hard style competitors. Your hard styles being things like karate, taekwondo. Kung Fu is what we consider in sport karate a soft style that doesn't take anything away from it. That just means that a lot of the movements are more fluid. And you'll see when she gets going that it's a very different type of performance. And there's a totally different division that can qualify you for the finals. And Catherine here is the winner of that Chinese weapons division.
And Jackson, what is the weapon that she's performing here?
Well, this is actually an unusual combination. She is using a combination of a Kung Fu whip chain as well as a Kung Fu broadsword. Typically, we see one or the other or double of either of those weapons being used. But in this case, she's actually mixing it up with the whip chain in one hand and the sword in the other.
Look at that split. Jackson, can you still do that anymore?
No, that is something reserved for the Kung Fu competitors. Kung Fu competitors are known for their flexibility, and that is a signature move for any chain whip competitor, to use your core muscles to kind of jump yourself off the ground from the bottom and jump over the spinning whip chain.
You know, I hope the judges notice how difficult that is. Look at that. She just put it right around her neck. I hope they acknowledge how difficult that is to do, as you said, with that core work right there.
For sure, and that's one of the reasons that Kung Fu forms often do very well in sport karate competitions. Sport karate is just an umbrella term where all martial arts are welcome to come compete, and the difficulty level and the flexibility and the grace that is shown off in a Kung Fu form, some judges really like it.
I mean, Jackson, this I think is the toughest for me of everything that we've seen thus far to call a winner at, because Haley Glass, amazing. The last performance we saw, amazing. I mean, everything was really great. I think it's going to be a close call, personally.
Judges ready. Scores 9.97, 9.97.
Some sevens from a couple of Russian judges on the panel.
Are you surprised by that at all? I thought her routine was pretty solid.
Yes, in this division, Sammy's routine was not a third place routine. The judges that are giving sevens for that, you know, who knows what their motivation may be, but that is that's an interesting score to give somebody like Sammy Smith a 7. Of course, if Sammy had made a mistake, that's absolutely justifiable, but Sammy hit a clean form.
Does this, you think, open it up for Haley Glass to possibly take it?
Oh, it does. I mean, Rose would have been the other one in that mix, and we hear Rose get a mix of 9.98s and 9.97, so Rose was able to steal a couple of those 8s from Sammy. Sammy still looks like she's going to have scores good enough for second place, but the door is definitely open for Haley Glass to come in and take a whole bunch of those 9.99s.
9.96, 9.96, 9.96, and 9.96, and 9.96.
Okay.
We're trying to keep up with the scoring system, guys.
Let's see. Haley Glass.
Next for Haley Glass. Score 9.99.
Well, there you go right there. Wow.
9.99,
By unanimous
My
decision.
ears deceiving me, or was that's all 9.99s?
All 7 judges agreed that Haley Glass is the champion this evening, and deservedly so. She nailed an excellent routine, a high level of difficulty, great power and technique behind her kama cuts. For all of these other competitors, she is a difficult problem to solve because of how many things that she does well. If anybody can figure it out, it's a great champion like Sammy Smith, and that's why watching the battle between the two of them is so exciting.
please welcome Mr. Bob
Certainly,
Barker.
very, very exciting.
And your winner for the 2022 Ocean State Grand National Women's Grand Champion, Miss Haley Glass.
Well done, Haley. Well done. And you can tell the crowd appreciates it too. I mean, she's getting some big, big applause.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
Stay in Warwick, see Rhode Island.
Welcome back, everyone. And now it's time for our first semifinal super fight between Richard Plowden and D Stacks. The winner advances to the finals, and the loser goes home.
And Jackson, for the viewing audience, what is the scoring in point fighting? What are we looking for here? Can you give us a quick breakdown?
The most basic way to think about point fighting is that 1 point is going to be awarded for a hand technique, a punch, a back fist, a ridge hand. If one guy hits the other guy with their hand, it is going to be worth 1 point.
Okay.
If one competitor kicks the other competitor, that is going to be worth 2 points. Does not matter what the target area is. Punches are 1 point, kicks are 2 points.
Here we go. Here we go. Feeling each other out.
There are 5 judges on the stage. The majority of judges must call the point. Avery Plowden scores on the reverse punch to the body of D Stacks. Plowden jumps out to an early 2-point lead with the counter reverse punch. Now he's up 3.
Oh, looks like, did he score with the kick there, or was that?
It was a little bit late. So the technique that lands first is what matters. The judges did not agree on that one, so nobody scores. They do agree there. Avery adds on another.
Oh, looks like Avery got him in the chest there. Yep.
And he did. Successfully defended the attack of D Stacks, and this is going exactly according to plan for Avery Plowden.
It sure is. Do you think D Stacks is being a little too aggressive coming in and being caught coming in?
Well, with point fighting, you're always against the clock. And so now that D Stacks has found himself in a 5-point hole, he kind of has to be aggressive. He's got to find a way to get some of those points back. And that's a great way to do it. Lands the kick there, gets 2 points. Now it's just a 3-point deficit. He's a punch and a kick away from a tie game.
Ooh, did that? Nope.
Throws the defensive side kick, but Plowden was able to get his guard up in time to block it.
Okay.
The technique must land to the head or the body to score. That does not include the back.
And let's see what scored first, that kick or that punch.
Score still 5-2. Richard Plowden leads.
Sick. Oh, that looked like that got in there, I think. Yep, another one for D Stacks.
It's like Cannell Lovelace in the back corner. Not enough judges. You need three. You need 3 of those 5 judges to see it. And a judge can only score the point if they can see it with their own eyes. They have to see the hand or foot hit the target area. If they can't see it because of their angle, they cannot score it. That's why you need the 3 out of 5. So we might see something on camera that may not score because not enough judges saw it.
They might not see what we see. Oh, did that score in the chest there for D Stacks? Let's see if the judge said.
No call.
No call. Okay.
Richard Plowden advances to the final round.
There we go. I mean, you know, you weren't lying. I mean, he's pretty quick, and the precision with what he kicked and punched was pretty great.
Absolutely. So here in this semifinal round of the super fights, Richard Avery Plowden takes care of business against D Stacks, 2 great heavyweight fighters. And Avery Plowden's a been there, done that kind of guy. He's been on these stages before. Last time he was here at the Ocean State Grand Nationals, he won the whole tournament.
Wow.
He's looking to do the same again here tonight.
Congratulations to Richard Plowden as he advances to our finals of our super fight main event. Make sure to join us next week for our second semifinal super fight elimination that will determine who Mr. Plowden will face off against here on the CW Providence.